each and every one of y'all. It's been an amazing day so far. So I just wanted to jump into some of the keys, some of the affirmations before I tell you all the excited shit. I want to keep it on point and on schedule. We need to go over some affirmations so that you know exactly how powerful you are. Because the world is going to tell you everything else. The world is going to show you everything that's against you. And sometimes we see that so much, we really need to remind ourselves what we have working in our favor, and that's our own divinity, the own power that we have inside of each and every one of us, to lift ourselves up, lift our community up. So you already know, if you got your book. If you don't, click the link in the bio, go to brianhippolyte.com and grab this book. It's the best, purchase that you can. It's the best investment. I won't even call it a purchase. It's an investment to your legacy. Your family, your history is going to thank you for actually taking the time to better yourself, become a better version of yourself, so that you could then be a better version, for your universe, for your stratosphere, and everyone that's affected by you. A lot of us don't realize how much we be in our own way. I just posted. My last post was talking about all the things I accomplished in the last 12 months. And even as I was making that post, I was floored, like, and I'm pretty sure I left out a thing or two, but we knocked out a good, 10 landmark milestone things in the last 12 months. And going even harder and moving even faster this year. So, 2020 busting some people's heads. We busting 2020 head right now. Like, we're making history in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of all this crazy shit that we got going on. But it's really because of the mindset that me and my team have. And my team is a group of people who just logged on to me, attached themselves to me and say, hey man, you're moving in a great direction. What can I do to help? You know what I mean? And those are the type of people that you're going to attract to you when you shine in your light, when you're doing your thing the way you're supposed to be doing it. It's going to attract the people to you that's supposed to be in your life, that's going to help you along your path. And you got to be open and ready to receive that. Be open and willing to receive the help. Be open and willing to receive the criticism, and critiques rather. Be open and willing to be at a point where someone is going to do something that might be out of your control. This also means you're going to have to trust somebody. That also means you're going to have to trust yourself. Do all these things so that you can benefit and maximize your potential. I turned my life around. 4 years ago, I was selling plasma to get by. No cap. 4 years ago, we didn't have nothing. I had a 1-year-old. You know what I mean? And I was sleeping on somebody's couch. Now, by the time my 3-year-old came, it was a little bit of a different situation, and now we're in a much different situation. All because I got out of my own way. I stopped believing the lies that people told me and the lies I even told myself. Got out of my own way and started doing the various things that was going to change my life and change my condition and change my situation. It all started with a belief that there's a better opportunity out there for me, and also a belief that I was capable of maximizing it and achieving that goal. And then once I had those two things in line, it started with my mouth. So that's why I start the day every day, refreshing my mind with my mouth and with the words that come out of it that affirm the life that I'm living, the life that I'm creating, and everything that we gonna have. Yeah, Chuck. Thank God for that person with the couch. Listen, anybody that ever let someone had to sleep on their couch when they was getting their shit together, there's a special reward that's gonna come your way for it. Sometimes you are the heaven to someone going through hell. So it definitely come back around, and I've been that person. I don't think I've ever had a place that one of my people ain't had to crash at, while I was there. And I understand, man, we go through things, but there's so much greatness inside you that take that time to maximize yourself so that you don't have to stay in that situation. You know what I mean? And that's exactly, yeah. Do I do it with my babies? The affirmations, absolutely. When they going to sleep, when we in the car, when they wake up, We gonna brush our teeth and get that funk out of our mouths, and then we gonna talk and do our affirmations. They gonna tell me how great I am. I'm telling them how great they are. We gonna communicate with each other, and build up each other. That's what we gotta do. If it gotta start with you, and then it gotta leak into your household before it go anywhere else. Some people be so focused to try to give to the community, to the gram, to whoever may pay attention. But you got to start in your own sector first. You're gonna have to make that change within you. But then it should be trickled down. Your first pieces of overflow should go to your children. It should go to your mother, your father, the closest people to you. You know what I mean? It should be getting that overflow, and then you spread that, because then you get to see those seeds that you're sowing in those individuals close to you begin to grow and begin to have a harvest. And then now you have examples that are speaking for you. You'll know the way that I kick my game when you have a conversation with my 5-year-old. She ain't gonna have the same kind of conversations that other 5-year-olds is having. You could put on the radio and my kids ain't gonna move, because they don't know them songs. None of that excites them. You did. You put on some phonics shit, they gonna go to concert on your ass, because that's what it's been applauded when they do it. That's what they're used to. That's what daddy get excited about when we learning, when we using our minds. So that's what they into. You ask my child their purpose, they could tell you what at least what their daddy's purpose is. They might can't tell you what. They know that they got a job within our family unit. My 5-year-old would tell you that she's a protector. She's the oldest out of the two, so she currently has the role as the protector. And she gonna tell you what that job means. She gonna tell you what she's supposed to do if daddy dies. This 5-year-old little girl of mine will tell you what she gonna do, what her job is, what she has to do if her daddy ain't here. You can tell again. You gonna tell a big difference just in the conversations you'll have with my seeds based off of. You did what I'm saying? And so that's where you got to start. It starts within you, and then it should trickle down to your home, and then you start to expand to your community, to your social media. Bro, Major Plays, you already know I'm pulling up tomorrow. You let me know what time, man. We got so much to talk about. You just let me know what time. I think I got it on the dry erase board for 12. So as long as at the right time, I'll be there. Big shout out to Major Players Only, man. My bro has a dope podcast and a bunch of other things going on. Hometown, home team. So Team Fetty in the building all day, every day. Yeah, man. So that's what it is. 3, I got you, bro. I'll be there at 3. So yeah, you should be affirming like my children. They gonna know that I'm beautiful, I'm intelligent, I'm powerful, I'm capable, I'm more than enough. I'm able to do everything that I have to do today. I am responsible for having a good day. Like those type of things, you start putting them into your children versus all the other things that may be going into your mind, and you'll start to see a difference in them. Or even if you don't see a difference in them, that's not what you're looking for. You're putting information in them that you need them to be able to regurgitate. You need it written on the tablets of that on their heart. I'm all about preventive maintenance. So remembering and knowing what they need to do. If I'm not here to give them those instructions, is what's most important to me. You know what I mean? So that's why I spend my time, and that's where I put my information. But they get all this game on the house all day. But I also put a lot of it in here. I also put a lot of it in the Manifest University course. So definitely get in there and grab that. And if you didn't know, when you get into the course, you get the book for free. Aside from that, you also get to be a part of the Manifest University community, which means you get a couple of coaching calls a month. You get one live class a week, and a handful of other cool stuff. But of course, you can go to the link in my bio or click BrianHippolyte.com. Do it while this limited time offer lasts to get the book for free. And it's only $99. It's a 36 class course, hours and hours, expanding and expounding on the 111 keys in this book, plus more. There's a personality assessment. There's a detox. There's a whole detox chapter that helps you detox. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself questions you may have never asked yourself to get to the root of some of your problems, some of your issues. and also give you a good place to start building from. You don't want to build something new on shaky foundation, so we need to find out exactly what's solid in you. And the things that need that, that aren't solid, that are shaky, we need to remove those things. So we have a whole section and just making you a more solid and prolific human being. And then we get into purpose finding, and personality assessment, so you can equip yourself efficiently. You did. So definitely jump into the course. But let's get to some affirmations. Let me go to page 18. Key number 11. Oh, good question. It is still 2 for 1. You still get the 2 for 1 special. I don't know when I'm going to stop that deal, just because I feel like it's necessary. That when you join, you get 2 logins so that you can give someone else access. You don't have to share it. You don't, so that way you can save your progress and, and you can have your privacy. But, if you got someone that's on your path with you, whether it's your mate, your sibling, your parent, your co-worker, your business partner, your best friend, whoever, you can allow them the privilege of getting this information, putting it to practical use along with you. So I definitely appreciate you and everybody that's been, jumping in the course and building this community. Like it's the dopest thing I've ever been a part of, and I'm humbled and grateful that the Divine Powers would send me this group of amazing people to shepherd, teach, whatever it is we doing. I appreciate you, and I love you more. I love you to life, Queen. I appreciate everything that you do for the movement and for the community. So let's get to key number 11: manifesting affirmations. So these are some of the things that we want to say at the beginning of our days to let ourselves know and let the universe know exactly who and what we are. It says, I am letting go of every part of me that is not contributing to my elevation. Y'all ready to do that? Let's say that again. I am letting go of every part of me that is not contributing to my elevation. Now, once we do that, we are moving forward with dignity, grace, and patience. I am welcoming this new chapter with the highest level of gratitude and humility. My spirit rises to match the new and magical beginnings that await me. Low vibrating energies can't reach me at this height, because everything that we just said was elevating us. So as we continue to grow and elevate, those low vibrating energies, the frequencies we used to be on, the people we used to, surround ourselves with and deal with, the places that we used to go that had this different type of energy, different type of cause and meaning, it just don't fit, it just don't match, and it should not reach you anymore if you continue to elevate yourself. My vision is locked and focused on the multiple blessings that are coming my way. If you are locked and focused, like you got, locked and focused on it, that means you ain't seeing all this all the stuff in your peripheral vision. That means you're not really seeing everything else that's around, because you locked and you focused over here with it. You got binoculars on, target to your destination, on target to your goals, on target to where you trying to be in life. That means it should be easy for you to not see a lot of the other bullshit that's floating around that ain't got nothing to do with your purpose. Because the first thing that we said we was doing was what? Letting go of everything that had nothing to do with our purpose. Letting go of everything that wasn't elevating us. So let those things go. Let those things go. They're holding you down. You a hot air balloon. You have the ability within you already to elevate and to move from the space you in to the space you trying to get to. And in the meantime, and right now you got so much weight on each side of you, and it's not allowing you to move the way that you need to. It's It's not allowing you to get up in that air the way that you need to. And I promise you, if you just got up a little bit higher, some of the things that's in your way ain't gonna be in your way no more. Some of them trees that you looking up at you gonna be looking down at, and you gonna have a clear view on what you supposed to be doing and where you supposed to be going. But first, you gonna have to let go of those things, those people, places, things, hurts, hang-ups, habits, bad thinking, all those things that are weighing you down. You're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to let it go so that you can elevate, get some things out your way, and see your journey. You willing to do that? If you're not willing to do it, you're not going to get the results that you want. You're going to spin your wheels. You're going to get tired. You're going to say this thing don't work. You're going to say maybe it's not for me. You're going to stop believing in your greatness. And that be the detrimental flaw that you would make in your life. Because let me tell you, you were sent here to this dimension, able to do something I can't. And I'm able to do great things. I'm able to do some phenomenal things. But you were sent here to do greater things, bigger things, better things, things I couldn't even get close to. Only difference between me and you is I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm getting there. I'm knocking down more goals in a calendar year than some people doing their whole life. And these ain't little things. In the last 12 months, I've started 2 LLCs, 2 online stores, released intellectual property, started several streams of residual income. Like, all these things take time. I started, you know what? And it started with starting a construction company, and I have no background in construction. So once I did that thing that made absolutely no sense, it was really hard to limit myself against anything else that I wanted to do. Won't you take the limits off you and stop believing that you just have to settle for what's given to you and create the life that you want? One step at a time, you can completely change the landscape of your life. Let's get back to this book. So, you know what I mean? It's all about self-mastery. It's all about self-mastery. 12-week, yeah, I heard that's a good book, bro. All right, check it out. Definitely got to check it out. So, chapter 3 in the book, it says it's all about self-mastery. And it says self-mastery is the longest, most important, and often the most difficult journey we will ever go on. But you owe it to yourself to master yourself. You want to know why? Because if you don't master yourself, you will be mastered by self. You know what that means? That means that you're going to be a slave. You're going to be mastered by self. That means you're going to be a slave to yourself. That means you're going to be a slave to your flesh. You're going to be, a slave to your desires. You're going to be a slave to your fears. You're going to be a slave to your addictions. You're going to be a slave to your habits. You're going to be a slave to what's comfortable to you. Is that the life you're trying to live? Don't you and your legacy, don't your children, don't your history deserve better than that? Didn't your ancestors do more for you to just have that? I believe so. So that means you're going to have to master yourself so you can get out your way. Get out your way. Get your ass out the way of your dreams, of your goals, and of the divinity that's within you waiting to get out. When you put these keys to good use, the enemy within is conquered. And when the enemy within is conquered, it say the enemy outside stands no chance. When the enemy within me, as a black man, as an African American, as whatever we want to put on it, whatever name you want to call us now, when that enemy within was conquered, and these those outside forces that's fucking with everybody ain't hit me the same way. Because I know who my enemy is. When you know who you are, you know who you are not. When you know who you are, you know who your enemy is. When you know who you are, you know what your gifts and your talents and your strengths and your abilities are. You also know what your weaknesses are, and you deal with them accordingly. You also know what traps will put you in a bad situation, and you'll look out for those things. But it starts with self-identification. It starts with mastering self. Because Because again, when that enemy within is conquered, the enemies on the outside stand no chance. We have too many enemies rising up against us for you to be your own enemy. There's too much out here. There's too much out here wanting to take you out for you to be a contributing factor in your demise. It would definitely be better for you to buy it off of my website. Definitely be better for you to buy it. If you buy it off the website, I have the ability to sign it for you. And when you buy it off the website, you get the free mini course that comes along with it, which is a 6-video course, 5 steps on how to unlock your divinity. So definitely buy it off of brianhippolyte.com or click one of the links that's in my bio, and you will be able to, get it there. So yeah, you gotta conquer that. You gotta conquer yourself, because bad seeds don't lead to good fruit. So you're gonna have to do something about the bad seeds that's been put into your life. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Listen, healing yourself from the life you were given, the life you lived, the mistakes you made, the generational curses that predate you, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Accept that. Accept that you don't have to take blame for all this. Now, let's also accept that it's 100% your responsibility to heal your childhood traumas, your adult bad decisions, whatever. It's not that all of this ain't your fault, but it's your responsibility to heal. You ain't sow all the bad seeds in your family tree, but you are probably the one, the divine powers. I'm be willing to bet if you here right now, you're the one that the divine powers sent to eradicate the diseases in your family tree. You the one. It's your responsibility. It's not going to be easy. Let me tell you right now, breaking generational curses is not easy. There's a warfare of a whole nother kind that comes your way. And if you've been being battled so hard, maybe that's why. Because your greatness not only is going to help you, but it's going to supersede you and change the course of your family tree. You're going to be the one they erect monuments to and talk about how the things that you did changed the course of history for your family and put them in a different position that your grandchildren are going to talk about on the holidays. Why not rise up to that calling? Why not be willing to defeat the odds and go against whoever you have to? But I'm going to tell you what, the biggest opponent you're going to have is yourself. So what you want to do? You want to get in the ring? This is how you get in the ring. This is exactly how you get in the ring. This is lacing up your gloves every day, every morning, making peace with yourself so the rest will fall in line. Let's start right here. Right here. Key number 31. What's up, Keyshawn? Key number 31, page 40. This how divine it be. I just be flipping through the pages, flipping through the book, and stop, and it be what I'm talking about. Like I just said, make peace with yourself and the rest and fall in line. And then I look down and key number 31 say, make peace with yourself and the rest will fall in line. Let's start right here and drop an internal GPS pin by being open and honest about our internal state. Whew. I encourage you to write down all that you can to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, your perceptions of self in your desired state of being. Identifying these factors will serve much purpose throughout our journey, because we in this together. So it's your journey and can't nobody go on it for you. But we here. We gonna make sure don't nobody fall off the cliffs. Everybody gonna have a buddy system around here. So identifying these factors will serve much purpose throughout our journey, much like the legend on a map. Queen, this is key number 31, page 40. And let's see here. This map will lead you to a place of milk and honey in the form of a solid and fulfilled state of being. Keep in mind, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. One of the biggest fuck niggas I ever met on this planet told me that. Plenty of years ago. You'd be amazed who you'll get some divine messages from. You got to pay attention to the lesson and not the teacher. Pay attention to the message and not the messages sometimes, and you're going to get some good stuff. But the shortest distance between two places is a straight line. Cut out all this shit y'all be doing. I'm with it. I'm going here, and if something distracts you and you go in this direction and you just doing zigzags through your purpose, cut that out. You slowing down the progress. You slowing down the momentum. Matter of fact, it reminds me of all this zigzag shit y'all be doing. I'm a Florida boy, so there's something that we know that you're to do just in case you getting chased by an alligator. I know to some of y'all, you would never have to consider this and it's never gonna be a thought of your mind because of where you're geographically located. But down here in Florida, it's something that we kind of know how to do, just like we know how to avoid stingrays and other miscellaneous shit. So if you're running from an alligator, anybody that lives in a geographical area where there's alligators, they might be aware and could vouch for this for me. If you trying to escape an alligator, you gotta run zigzags. Because the alligator's arms are so short that they ass can't fucking do it. So I don't know if they get dizzy, get tired, or say fuck it. I don't know what happens, but that's what you're supposed to do if an alligator's chasing you, and that's how you gonna get away, doing zigzags, because your predator can't do that as well, right? I'm from Tampa, bro. Originally from Jersey, but I've been in Tampa since like 94, 95. And thank you. I seen your order come through. Definitely, I'm gonna get that in the mail to you today. Matter of fact, after that, I'm gonna sign this very book, bro. I'm gonna sign this book and send it to you. I like after I get to read through them, flip through the pages, put some game in it, then I send them out to y'all. So they'll roll on their backs. Keyshawn with the answers. Listen, I don't know what y'all got going on, but get you a Keyshawn in your life. Get you a Keyshawn in your life. I can put out a bat signal for the most random things, and Keyshawn will come through and hit my phone with an answer so fast. I DM'd, I posted earlier. I lost my phone. Somebody called me and knew within a few minutes somehow Keyshawn was going to do it. Real talk. Keyshawn one of the first people that jumped beside me when I started Manifest University and helped me continue to evolve it. It has been super supportive. She's the one that's running the Manifest University IG page and keeping me on my toes with all of the miscellaneous responsibilities I have. So I want to publicly thank you, Keyshawn Quinn. You've been absolutely fundamental in this season. So I thank you, and I know plenty of blessings are going to come your way for it. So y'all send some love to Keyshawn for me. But that's what happens. So you gotta, you gotta move like this to get away from the alligator. Now I want to do it because I want to see when they ass roll over. That'd be some funny shit. I'm gonna be holding the camera like, that pussy ass nigga. Anyway, so I'm about to say, so the purpose of me bringing all that up is it's just a waste of time. Unless you running from an alligator, don't be doing that shit. If ain't no alligator chasing you, stop going zigzag, go in a straight line and get the way you trying to go to. You know, you wasting time. You wasting valuable time. So let's get back to the book. Set yourself on fire. This is one of my favorite keys. Y'all want to read that one, Keyshawn? We gonna key number 44, page 54. And I'm gonna tell you why this is one of my favorite keys in the book, because it's one of the keys that I actually wrote and left in my natural writing style. So this key, is it's a couple pages long. It's definitely longer than most of the other ones. I kind of really wanted it to be simple. I wanted it to be something you could digest. I wanted it to be something you can understand and put into practice. So I really wasn't trying to write this eloquent, greatly articulated peace. Like, I wanted to give you food, right? And we'll have another book. We'll probably have a Manifesting You Part 2. That'll be, more of the meat. But I was trying to give you the milk on this one. However, there's a couple of the keys that's in my natural writing style. So I love it. I love hearing it. I love reading it. And it's so powerful because this is exactly what I need you to do. I want you to set yourself on fire. Because we started the day uplifting ourselves. We let go of the things that we don't need to have attached to us. We already know that we need to go in a straight line to get where we need to go. So as you take off, let me give you some gasoline so you can set your ass on fire and get moving top speed, okay? So we're going to do key number 44, set yourself on fire. From childhood to present day, I've had an infatuation. From childhood to present day, I've had an infatuation with fire. Its boldness and its honesty is irrefutable. Fire rarely tells a lie, nor will it accept yours. I can relate. In fact, around the age of 6 or 7, when a fire burned down my home, I still thought it was amazing to marvel at the massive flames roaring down the stairway as though they preceded some angry dungeon dragon. Starting a physical fire is still one of my favorite things to do, but I consider it a big time blessing when I get to ignite a fire in another being. I've witnessed a spark in someone's mind become a flame. That flame combusts into a blaze, and that blaze grew until others near and far knew of its existence. That's golden. And I think you are golden as well. And it's time to throw a can of whatever fuels you onto your thoughts and desires like gasoline on dry wood. Fire is known as a purifying agent. Even the few things capable of temporarily coexisting with it, such as gold or silver, are refined in the process, which is being purified. In its presence, it purifies shit. The metals melt, the impurities are skimmed away. You see, fire requires a change of form. The power and cleansing ability of fire has been used and referenced throughout time in countless cultures. The overwhelming power of fire has been conveyed to you, whether it was from the idea of a fire burning within one's soul to achieve something that once seemed impossible, or the story of Sodom and Gomorrah from the Bible, Torah, and Quran, where cities of sin were destroyed with brimstone and fire sent from an angry God. It only took one or two incidents with fire before you instinctively understood that once initiated, a fire could destroy anything that was not created to withstand its unapologetic behavior. Fire asks for no permissions to thrive in its created purpose. Fire gives no fucks about bystanders, onlookers, structures, previous agendas, or future plans. Get your ass out my way, fire screams at anything dumb enough to stand in its path. When reaching for and operating within your created purpose, listen, you have to move with the same tenacity as fire. You will disrupt pre-existing conditions when your fire is set ablaze. You will disrupt pre-existing conditions, mindsets, thoughts, what people thought you would be, the best they thought you would do, the best you thought you would have. You are going to disrupt pre-existing conditions when your fire is set ablaze. Some familiar objects and ideas will get burnt up in the process, but each destruction is the beginning of new life. Your fire will make way for it to progress, the same way natural fire sends out its heat to dry out the new ground ahead of it so that it can advance. Flames are intensified in what is known as a combustion rate. Your combustion rate, in our case, is your productivity, your hard work. The better you get at it, the faster it goes. The faster you go as you operate in your purpose, the more you're able to do, the better you are multitasking and carrying the weight that's on your shoulders, the more prolific and efficient you are. Your combustion rate increases, your flames do as well. The more efficiently you work on and create your creative purpose, the more it will work on and for you. So I challenge you to set yourself on fire. What you waiting on? Don't you know there's a whole world waiting for what you got inside you? Don't you know that your freedom is going to set other people free? Because the same way that hurting people hurt people, healed people heal people. You watching it right now. So as you heal yourself, something's going to sit in you that says we need to get something out of us, because it's going to help other people like me, other people who felt like I felt, other people who stumbled where I stumbled and fell where I fell. Go back and build some stairs to them people who fell where you fell. Your people need you. We need you. But nobody needs you like you need you. So, I challenge you. Today, what's today's date? What's today? It's the 8th? I challenge you to let today's date be the day that you change. That you change the pattern of which you live and on which you operate. Let today be the day that you change your mindset. I want you to write today down. Mark where you are right now and mark where you going. And put a straight line from one side of that page to the other. Okay? Now in between on that line, we're going to do a timeline. Right? Going up and down. Each dash should represent the things you need to do to get from point A to B. Where you are now, wherever you're trying to be. The things you need to acquire, accomplish, or manifest. And you don't do nothing else until you get that shit done. You dig what I'm saying? Because listen, that's what you're going to have to do. And I challenge you to do that. Sheet of paper. Write down where you are. Write down where you want to be. Line across it from point A to point B, because all we're doing is going in straight lines around here, right? And then dashes. On each dash is a milestone mark of where you need to be, how you need to get there. You know, to get you there rather. And then you focus on that. Back to that tunnel vision. Put them binoculars back on. Block out all that bullshit. You can play games later. You can catch up with your friends later. You know what I mean? I got plenty of friends that I don't chill with no more because they don't want to get money. They don't want to break generational curses. Niggas just want to be cool. Niggas just want to smoke and drink and do ratchet shit. And I love doing ratchet shit. But you know what I love doing more than that? I love installing generational wealth. I love preparing my heritage. So we ain't got time for all that. So that means I had to let some people go. Some people, man, and I'm talking about some bros, we used to go to the candy lady together. You know what I'm saying? Elementary school buddies. I call this man my best friend for the last 15 years. We grew up in Jersey together, met each other down here, and didn't even know for about 2 years that we were the same kids that played together in Jersey. Me and this man met, you know, much later, again, met back up on the whim, much later at life in Florida. And didn't know until we started talking about the candy lady that we grew up with that I knew you from somewhere. Damn, I had to let homie go. He didn't get on his path, and I couldn't do nothing about that. I got another homie though. that I bumped back into it maybe almost around the same time as I was excelling. And this is a homie that I went to. We used to kick it at the skating ring together. In the middle, we was the ones in the middle of the dance floor, in the middle of the skating ring, dancing. If you could think about wherever you was the night Tupac died, right? I was with this individual I'm talking about now. This is the person that I was with. This is where I was on that Friday, that fateful Friday night when Tupac died. I was with my boy Darnell at the skating ring. Me and Darnell ain't seen each other in you know, since we was probably 13, 14, 15. Bumped back into each other 15 years later. And we're in a position to help each other succeed in business. I'm giving to you, you giving to me. I'm giving to you, you giving to me. We getting money together. We getting money together multiple ways. I had to elevate myself and let one partner go. And in the process, another partner came back. And now both of our families are in better positions because of our partnerships. Now I have another black man that I can believe in and I can pour into and I can build and I can grow with and manufacture some shit that's going, you know, that helps our household. But I had to let, I'm pretty sure I would not have bumped into bro had I still been focused on the environments that I was previously associated with and the people I was previously associated with. Or I might have and might not have had the mindset that bro thought this is somebody I want to partner up with. He might have been like, oh, that's cool. I remember Brian Hippolyte from the skating ring. Matter of fact, when I called him, when we, you know, our very first conversation, when I called his number and was like, yo, this is Brian Hippolyte. And he was like, and his response, dead ass, his response was, from the skating ring? You know, he did. What if I wasn't in a space where he thought I was someone worth, you know, partnering up in business? Because I was still on that old shit. You're going to have to evolve. You're going to have to grow. You're going to have to outgrow where you at so you can grow into what you're supposed to be. Outgrow it. That's the best thing about outgrowing. Think about it. When you was growing up, the best thing was outgrowing your clothes. Because you got new fucking clothes. You know, if you was lucky, maybe you got even if it was the hand-me-downs, you got some new shit. Outgrow, ain't nothing wrong with outgrowing where you at. That means you growing into something bigger. I'm gonna need you to outgrow those mindsets. I'm gonna need you to outgrow, you know, your pain. Let's stop there. It's time to outgrow some of that pain you holding on to. Some of y'all want to let it go and you don't know how to. I'm with you there. It's in the book, it's in the course. We can do consultations. Whatever tools I can offer you, I definitely give them to you. Those of you who know how to do it and still haven't, I'm starting to believe you like the identity that your pain gave you. I'm starting to believe you like the excuses that your pain allows you to throw out. I'm starting to believe that you'd rather be a victim than a victor out here. Feel free to prove me wrong. Feel free. I love being proved wrong, but you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it. Because you can't pump fake the universe. You only fooling yourself, but you can't pump fake the universe. You can fool a lot. You can fool a lot of other people, but you can't pump fake the universe. It's not going to bring you what you telling, who you telling people that you are. It's not going to bring you what you posting about. It's not going to bring you what you hollering about. It's going to bring you what you are. It's going to bring you who you are. You are going to attract. What you call the law of attraction is really the law of reciprocity. You are going to reciprocate what you putting out, what you truly are. You know? So I'm going to need you to need yourself to be better than that. You right. Seabass, accountability is key. Accountability is key. And that's why I begin excited when I see the people in the Manifest University community holding each other accountable, checking in on each other. Cause really that's all we need, man. I do some side by side, some one-on-one consultations, and I know for a fact, only thing that was different was the fact that this person knew in 2 weeks when we talked again, I'm gonna ask them about the subject to see where what their progress was. And because they knew that, they handled their shit. Things they've been trying to accomplish, things they've been needing to get done, couldn't get done, had an excuse of why they couldn't do it. Listen, you could do it. I don't want to hear that excuse. Set yourself on fire. Fire don't take no excuses. Fire gets it done and fire moves forward. So, go ahead and handle that. And I'm going to check in with you in 2 weeks. And when I come back for our next call in 2 weeks, you got that done and more. Just needed that accountability. If you don't have an accountability partner, I think you should find one. If you don't have a manifest partner, you definitely should find one. If you can't find one, we have a community of people that's definitely on the same page that you on and that you're trying to be on. We all elevating, we all advancing. So I really appreciate each and every one of you doing what you're doing right now. Y'all know I opened up a sex store? There's no kind of way to segue into that. So, hear me out. We talking about a recession coming, right? So, as a businessman, as someone who's made a habit of starting and opening businesses, I said, oh, okay, they hollering recession. Let's build some real estate in a recession-proof industry. There's a handful of them. There's a handful of industries that don't sleep, and that there's no part of the year that they lack funds in, and that there's no pandemic that stops it from growing. There's a couple of things. The sex industry is one. You've always heard the term sex sells. Yeah, it do. yeah, fucking do. You know what I mean? So, I said, let's build a store then. Let's build an online store and allow people to fulfill their nasty little needs. And get money. It's a high vibration store. That's exactly what it is. A high vibration superstore. I'm so grand with my shit, I don't even want to call it a store or a boutique or none of it. It is a superstore. It is like the Walmart of erotic stores. So, in the week that it's been open, this store generated over $500. Like I launched it last Sunday night. It's literally been open a week. It's generated over $500. A drop shipping store. Didn't cost me much at all, other than by opening the the LLC and the miscellaneous background stuff. It cost me some of my time, but we got a whole nother stream of income. Now I'll go and put marketing behind it and stuff like that, and just do the things that's gonna make people come to this site, and they nasty little asses gonna buy some of this shit. Divine Erotics, you already know what it is. WaistDownErotics.com is the site, by the way. I'll definitely. Keyshawn, would you mind typing that up there for me? I appreciate you. So this week, being the second week the store is open, I've already started to do the things that would make this business prosper more than last week. I added more things. It went just from apparel and sex toys to apparel and sex toys and kits and lubes and oils and sex furniture. Did y'all know there was sex furniture? I ain't fucking know. Listen, y'all nasty. Okay? All I know is you can go to WaistDownErotics.com and elevate your sex life. And while you doing that, I'm gonna be over here teaching people how to manifest the life they want. Because at this point in my life, I just think of a dumb idea and do that shit and watch it make money. You know how many people say, how you opening a construction company, bro? You don't even do construction. You don't even got a construction truck. Do you even got tools, nigga? No, I don't. But I don't appreciate that negative ass attitude. You get the fuck out. You will not be a part of this. That's how you gotta kick it. Whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is. I have a goal of having a generation of children named after me. So I opened up a sex store, and people are gonna have to start naming their kids after me sooner or later. But no, for real, this is the way to go. Manifesting you and manifesting course is definitely gonna open up your eyes and allow you to get out your way. Give you the tools and different things that you're gonna need to break out of the chains that shackle your mind, because we all got them. And once you're free like this, I brought up the sex store to say, take the limits off you. Me and my sister is laughing right now. Like, yo, I can't believe all the stuff that you're doing right now. It's funny. It's fun. It's fun. It's funny as hell that people is coming to you for the advice that they coming to you for, because she know where I came from. She know what I used to be like. She remembers when I lacked knowledge and understanding. So to be in a position where I can give it, convey it, portray it, sow those seeds, and you even see it in the lives of the people around me, it's something to be grateful for. It's also very humorous to some of us. I know to some of my ex-girlfriends, the fact that people is paying me for like relationship counseling and shit got to be unnerving to them. They got to hate that. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Take them limits off yourself. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever lane you're trying to get into, you don't got to know nothing about it. You know somebody that do. Leverage those relationships. I was doing a few years ago a multi-level marketing business where I really understood the value in leveraging the relationships that you have, because you got somebody around you that's great at talking. You got somebody around you that's great at typing and doing clerical stuff. You got someone around you that just love to pick up the phone and talk to people. You got an idea that needs to be executed. You're only one person though, so you can't run around like 5 people. But you got some people that you could leverage with their time, their energy, their services. And it may be for a cut of what you have, or it may be for the collective goal of what we can do together. You use your resources, and you be a resource, because you can't expect nobody to do nothing for free. That's not how we do business. Business don't mean that we both just do free shit for each other and hope we make some money in the process. No, we gonna pay each other for our services, so we making money as it goes. And we have a business respect. And we build on top of that. And then pay yourself first. To everybody, listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business, your fundamental flaw that's stopping you from excelling financially is that you don't pay yourself first. If you pay yourself on the back end, you're getting less than the cut that you're supposed to have. And if you are the power behind this vehicle, you can't be shortchanging the gas. You're the gas. You got to pay yourself first. I need my money. And I'm going to make sure I get it. And then I'm going to make sure everyone else gets what they're supposed to get as well. But as the entrepreneur, listen, my construction company, I learned this within the first few months of watching money not be what I thought it was going to be when all was said and done with these various contracts. You got to pay yourself first. So I'm going to take my cut. Brian Hippolyte going to get his cut first. And then the business is going to get their percentage. That's mandatory. The business is going to get their percentage. So I'm going to get my cut. And then my business is going to get their cut. And then the rest of that is, for label, materials, whatever other business needs. But those two entities aren't one. SNL Properties and Projects is the name of my home repair company. And Brian Hippolyte is not the same thing. So Matter of fact, SNL Properties and Projects, my children are the owners of it. So that's installing generational wealth. If you don't know how to do that, there's various ways within, depending on what state that you're in, that you can make your children non-managerial members of your LLC. And in doing that, you legally can pay your children of any age now up to $1,200 a month as an employee or as a part of your company. That's $1,200 non-tax money. Non-tax money. $1,200 back into your home, non-taxed. There's various ways that you can go about it, and it depends on what state that you're in. But my children are set up as non-managerial members, partners of my business. SNL Properties and Projects, I said that to say, is a different entity in me. So that got to get this cut, period. Kiki, what's good, cuz? Good to see you. And I'm going to get my cut. The business going to get its cut, and we're going to handle things appropriately. So, yeah, if you are an entrepreneur, pay yourself first. Pay your business second. Handle your responsibilities after that. And you have to bracket your expenses in a way that you just have that structure. So if the business is short, you do more business and you make it what it need to be. You don't shortchange yourself, because you're the fuel. You're not gonna make money and then not get it and have to put it towards all these other miscellaneous things. So put things in a proper order and they're gonna move the way that they're supposed to. So, and the other thing for every entrepreneur is take a break. If you ain't got somebody giving you a 15-minute break and an hour lunch or whatever the case may be, take a break. And I'm talking to myself, because I work for days on end without taking a break. It'll be the end of the day, 10 o'clock at night, and my ass is eating the first meal of the day except from the coffee and toast that I had in the morning. I done fed my kids several times, but but I'm on the move. You know, so I'll wake up, and before I get to anything else, I'm checking stock investments, I'm replying to customer emails and DMs, I'm thinking of content to create for the day. I'm automatically in work mode, you know? And I have to tell myself all the time, and I've put people in my life, and the universe is sending me people that reminds me, hey, take a break. You've been going since the moment you woke up. You deserve a 15-minute, bro. Go and take a 15 minutes. Put down your phones, both of them. Get away from the computers, all of them. And just be by yourself. Be with yourself. Be in your own thoughts. Don't even think about work. Self-care. You're going to have to manage yourself, especially if you're an entrepreneur, because mismanaging what they call a work-life balance, not balancing your personal life, will definitely leave you lacking in your abilities to manage your work life. Burning both ends of the candle. Now, there are different seasons where we're going to have to do it. But you don't got to do that to yourself every day. And I'm talking to myself. You don't got to do that to yourself every day. Listen, you got about 25 seconds before the live ends, so I just want to make sure that you know you can go to brianhippolyte.com, grab the book, grab the course. You can also get a one-on-one consultation if that's what you need. The new music is up there, new videos is up there. I love you to life. A rising tide raises all boats. I wouldn't water you if I didn't want you to grow. Be great, be powerful, be God's. I'm going to see you on the next live. Until then, Black Power and Black Excellence. I appreciate you, and I love each and every one of y'all. More to come. You already know, brianhippolyte.com.